Last time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney.
I created things, and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than painting. Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings.
And the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Measham, forging evidence.
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct?
It was beautiful.
You mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it?
The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians.
Oh!
So I kept it. I love mysterious things. I always have.
Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat?
You're confusing mysterious with freaky.
Hey!
Oh, mais oui!
That hurts his feelings.
I cannot believe you would do this, sir.
That's funny, Mr. Hat, because you're made of wood.
Oh my god. Those magicians you liked. Was it this bunch?
Grammary. What exactly did you make?
A single page in a book, like a diary.
Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover?
Persecutor Gavin! Stop badgering her!
He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor. He never told you about the trial 7 years ago. About how he came to lose his attorney's badge. It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate. A certain diary.
What? Vera, you must tell us. Who asked Drew Measham, you, to forge that evidence?
I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the diary.
Who was it? Oh, for God. Vera!
Good going, Apollo.
Damn it, game.
Well done.
Ooh,
7 years early.
Oh,
Phoenix
It's a
Wright's final
flashback.
trial.
oh, we get to see it.
Well, how do you feel about the trial today?
We'll get through it, somehow.
Allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict.
My client is Shady Enigmar,
Well,
known to the world as Zach Gramarye, a wildly popular magician, star of Troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifi Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic, until he was shot dead. And Zach Gramarye is the suspect.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Galvin New Year.
Wait
What?
a minute, that's not right. Mr. Sticky Prince, I thought you knew the lyrics.
It's definitely not how I remember it.
I decided to take some creative license with him to an.
It's a Happy New Year, you doof.
If there's one thing we know about Gavin, is that he has to make it his own in some way, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he's gotta be a big show-off.
He's got to be there and be like, oh, I need all the attention.
It's true. Yes, everyone, it is Christmas Day, and I'm not sure if you're joining us on Christmas, if you're watching the day after, but regardless, we hope you all have had a wonderful Christmas to those who celebrate and a happy holiday to those who do not.
And for those
Once
of you
again,
for those of you who are randomly binging this series way into the future, then yeah, this is probably going to be a bit weird because it might be the middle of June or something. But we hope you're having a nice day too. Just
Yes,
it's
well-
perhaps not going to be as festive.
to future-proof it. Anyway, we are Disillusioned Plays, playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We play the games, we do the voices,
Yeah.
and I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
Nice. And
Nice.
we're hopping into the game.
Yeah.
It's time to see some
So I hope
classic
you all
faces.
got what you wanted for Christmas and you've been good boys and girls.
I'm currently buried up to my neck in coal, unfortunately, so
Oh,
I'm not sure what
no.
that's about.
I mean, that sounds about right.
And now I'm thinking, I think it's a Cards Against Humanity card, I believe. And I think it's like one of the black cards is like, what does Santa give all the naughty children at Christmas? And I think there
box.
is I think there is an option that is like a stocking full of coleslaw.
Yeah.
And I just think of that, and I nearly said it to someone at work, and I'm like, no, because they're not going to get that joke. That's friend group A, not friend group B. But I just think of the stocking full of coleslaw and just how awful that would be dripping out of the stocking in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like I would rather have coal than coleslaw.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyway, guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead. If only we knew what the heck he was talking about. Well, so.
Oh, it's Nick.
Oh, shoot! Hold it!
I forgot it was Nick.
I know. I had to very quickly stop myself, and then I'm like,
I'm not used to that. How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking.
You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, detective.
First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead, loud and clear.
I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it.
Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective.
I can't hear what the... I sure wish I knew what the heck he was thinking, because he's staring daggers at me, pal, and I'm a bit confused. Yeah, we also found the defendant's pistol at the scene.
Oh my god, it's the man with the golden gun.
No.
And then Clavier was
Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired. Why are you laughing?
the freaking accent. Oh my god. You know, I forgot about it until right now. Like, about a second before you did it, I was like, oh no, the accent.
I love it.
I do not know why you are laughing, but anyway, traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently.
God, I can't wait to see what people say about this.
They're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I think
They
well, I don't know.
absolutely will. They're going to be like, you're ruining him. I don't care. It's funny.
Oh my god, I can't watch this play. You know, I really liked your playthroughs before, and then that happened, and oh my god, you ruined my boy.
I think it's funny as well because I'm sure there was a comment that was like, "I'm glad you didn't give Clavier the German accent." It's like,
Well, he had one.
No,
It's just he decided to stop putting it on later on.
That was it. No, we made this whole canon for it.
Yeah,
if you remember,
we
made
did.
the whole
We did
backstory.
justify it in the last episode. It's
Absolutely.
true.
Can we remember what the backstory is?
That
Because
he
he
just thought
spent-
it was edgy and cool.
He spent
He
some
went
time
over
in
to
Germany.
study in Germany for 1 year, and then
Yeah.
he came back and was like, "Actually, the Germans are superior to all the Americans, so I should speak like them."
and then later on realized what a prat he sounded like.
Yeah, and then changed it up and just kept the little hints, but not dropped the rest of the accent.
Indeed.
Well, Mr. Wright,
When are you guys gonna drop your accent?
I don't know what you mean, Gav. Oh,
Not a clue.
No.
Oh, Sarah's got a gavel herself.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
As far as I could tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
His mutton chops are like 4-dimensional.
4-dimensional.
The photo. Maybe there's something in there I can use.
The mutton chops
I mean,
go
it's
right
not
into
stopped
the
me
future.
before. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar shot something else.
I mean, the clown has a bullet hole
So
in
the
it.
clown,
yeah, he does.
Can we look at the picture without all the text on it? So there's the gun. There's the what looks like a hole in the guy's forehead and a hole in the clown.
He's not got the needle put in anywhere either.
Yeah, which looks a little strange.
So you'd think that'd be helping him.
I don't know, like, because I mean, to me it feels like was he shot in the forehead and the bullet passed through and hit the clown? Is that what we're seeing?
No, but where
or
was his head have been?
did he use the clown to silence the gun?
Oh, actually, yeah. It's a hole that he didn't pull the trigger. Clearly, Mr. Enigma shot something else, I guess? Or we just have no clue.
Well, Enigmar is our client, so
Yeah.
So we don't want to say that he shot somebody.
I'm gonna guess didn't pull the trigger. People don't normally commit murder just because their teacher told them to, which means the defendant didn't fire that pistol. Objection! This is your position, then? Well, yes.
This is the sort of occasion when my brother would present some evidence.
That laugh, Taylor. Oh my god.
Did you have some evidence you wanted to show us? Something proving it wasn't the defendant who shot the old man?
Penalty for excessive perspiration, Mr. Wright.
Hey!
All right. No. It's not happening.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
I
Not
guess
on
it's
Christmas
gonna.
Day.
Right. Defendant didn't do the thing. There's the hold it. We go through.
What is the matter? Did you go back too far? Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about, pal.
Did somebody forget to do their safety save?
Well, we didn't know that we were going to be we were going to be given one of those multi-choice things.
You're a multi-choice thing.
Yeah, Mum's a multi-choice thing.
That's very rude.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad.
So has most of America.
Has this been fired recently? Well, Mr. Wright, as far as I can tell from looking at
I guess
this,
shot something else would be my guess. Because the clown
Because
does
of the
have, Pound Foolish over there does have a bullet hole in his head.
yes.
Blew his freaking little conical hat clean off, too.
You're probably going to need to explain what the pound foolish thing means.
No.
Okay, no one will know.
9.
There is a hole. He shot something else.
Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Yes?
As?
What does the letter tell us?
As?
That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes.
As?
Bingo, pal! That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. Popped him one in the forehead.
Oh, the defense disagrees.
I mean, actually, I do.
You see,
yes, I do.
the defendant had another choice he could make. Objection! What? And you can prove that with this photo? I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. What are you doing? Put that down. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
The clown.
Obviously, this big bag of green stuff. This. Here.
Boop. Take that!
The clown doll?
Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead, too.
Ah! There's a hole in its forehead.
Yes, that was what I just said.
That was what he was alluding to, yes.
Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. Objection!
I don't have those puns.
And I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll.
I can't believe, like, Gavin really did have a bit of a glow up as he got older, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he really
like,
did.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he got better with age.
Absolutely.
He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead.
His forehead. Ah!
Wait a second, I don't like the sound of this.
Is this foreshadowing, Apollo?
It kind of sounds like
No, it's foreheadoing.
Oh, shut up, you!
Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead.
The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter.
Oh, the clown, sir. Objection! I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less.
From the lawyer who interrogated a parrot.
Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Objection! Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead, as ordered. But the letter says nothing about Whomsted's forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. Or this was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
The bullet hole in the clown's clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right.
Yeah, baby.
Shut up. It alone does not prove... It alone does not approve...
It does not approve.
I do not approve of the defendant's innocence. It alone does not prove the defendant... Oh my god.
Oh no.
I've ruined Sarah.
The judge is
I'm having an
deactivating.
aneurysm right now.
Oh no.
Someone call 911.
I think you mean 0800 999.
8819991197253.
It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. Finally, you cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall.
How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going
Well,
to get.
well,
Ooh, missus.
Don't be so cheeky.
Detective Gumshoe,
Yeah?
please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony.
Oh, well, I guess if I gotta. Yeah, so what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal.
So, how many shots were fired from the gun?
How many
Oh, that's an excellent question.
How many shots were fired from the gun?
Are you trying to mimic my accent?
I could
sir?
not say. So we...
There
Oh,
is
we
the
don't
gun.
have it. Damn it.
We do not have the gun, so we are
Shoot.
going to have to press him.
Damn it.
Hold it! So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim?
Hey, not a bad summary, pal.
More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever.
That was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself.
Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me?
No. Now that Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony?
I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention and read this letter carefully.
Okay, we should better.
Okay.
Let's do what Nick says and let's
We
check
should
the list.
better.
Trust you in the town. You will fire.
One
you will
shot.
shoot one shot square in the forehead. You
So we-
cannot
yeah.
refuse.
So he couldn't have.
Oh wait,
I was just looking at the wrong thing.
that's interesting that it didn't. It's not letting me skip this dialogue. Now it is. So he still shot the victim, pal. Let's do a little
Yeah, it's
safety
gotta be
save
that.
and then present the letter.
It specifically says one
You could
shot.
say you only get one shot.
It is not this.
All right, objection!
What?
Okay. Nope.
Here we go again.
Here we
It's the
go.
banana.
Looks like we've missed our chance to blow.
So the defendant and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol at the scene, no doubt about it. And then this might be, I guess, do we investigate this again? Because it didn't let me skip it, which is weird, so it's drawn my attention to it. So let's do this one and then the next one. Let's press them, so.
Hold it! But it might have been the clown's forehead he shot.
Right, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. So he practiced first on the doll, then shot him.
He practiced in the middle of the hospital? Anyone could have come in at any moment.
Yeah, but no one did come, did they, pal?
Sounds like me and my ex-wife.
Besides, it's what I would have done. Always look before you shoot, I say.
Well, Gumshoe is a better cop than a lot of the ones in America. Ahem!
Might I suggest we move on? This is getting us nowhere.
Patience. We'll get there sooner than you think.
Very well. Please continue with your testimony, detective.
The bullet was fired from the pistol at the scene, no doubt about it.
Hold it! What? What'd I do? What'd I do?
You mean this pistol? The one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny-looking gun, so there's no mistaking it.
Can we have another look
Is
at it?
this going to add it to the court record so that we
Yeah, I
can
wonder.
actually...
Oh, wait a second.
It's only got the one, it doesn't have a magazine.
Yeah. Right.
It's a funny-looking gun, Eddie.
We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match.
Interesting.
Just as I am a perfect match for this jacket.
So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words.
You bet we did.
And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man.
Hold it! Why are you so certain?
What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of a Zack and Valance quick draw shoot 'em?
Gesundheit? Huh? What's that?
One of the defendant's specialties.
Oh, there they are again.
Zack and Valance stand on either side of a girl.
Well...
Then they shoot.
Well...
But the bullets don't hit her. Taylor, stop being such a flippin' horny bit.
Gavel!
Listen, it's his fault. He's...
Instead, they hit everything else on stage. They come buckets, pal.
Oh!
This was one of the pistols they used in their show, although it makes me wonder how they reloaded it so quickly. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it.
Many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistol, I hear.
That's not something to be proud
No,
of.
that is not a very good...
You know, that would explain a...
Wow. So self-aware.
That would explain a lot about the police force.
This game's ahead of its time.
Troop Grammary. Troop Grammary stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held onto that pistol ever since.
I just want to imagine it's because kids started trying to do it themselves.
Oh, yeah,
no.
probably. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. The court would like to see the pistol in question.
No, maybe,
Oh,
maybe
there we
you're
go.
right.
And
There
now
we
it'll
go.
get added to frickin'...
Hey, you got it, sir. Here she is. Beautiful, isn't she?
Well, this is truly a blast from the past.
It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? You can point it right at your own face and you'll be totally fine. Look, I'm shooting myself in the eye. Nothing. Totally fine.
Let me give it a try.
Oh, God, no!
Oh, they're playing buckshot roulette, are they?
Yeah.
But it can fire real bullets. What's the matter, Judge? You all right? Hey, can I have my gun back, please? My big gun?
Look, I'm stroking the shaft, okay?
Oh, that's just giving it a good old polish there. Giving it
so much bigger in real life than on TV.
Well, that's what my ex-wife said. But anyway, yeah, it can only hold one round.
There we go.
Oh!
By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. Hey, wait, up, hey, up.
Like up my eyebrows stand still.
And it shows traces of having been fired recently.
So, were any fingerprints found on the gun?
Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that the lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own.
I've got no idea what the heck this guy's talking about. I'm gonna be honest. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. As a member of the police force, if there's one thing we are told, it's that fingerprints are the key to everything. And if something does not have fingerprints, there is absolutely no way that it could be classed as a fingerprint because there's nothing there.
Great. So you've narrowed down the possible murder suspect to anyone wearing gloves. Excellent. Well done.
Aha! Intriguing point well made.
Whoa! Not well made, not
He was
intriguing.
in a hospital as well. Pretty much, you could just get gloves from, like, anywhere.
Yeah. In any case, the court accepts this evidence. There we go.
The defense would have liked this evidence a few minutes ago.
I guess we were doing the banana trick again. My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this.
And Nick is just not paying attention because he's too busy looking at the goon. Right.
Looking at the goon.
Looking at the goon. So why can we investigate this side but not the... What? Okay. It's a
If you
bell
look
sprout.
closely, you can see how the pistol's made to bend here. It's a one-shot only model, and I guess this bend is where you load it. So, this is the famous Gramarye golden gun.
The GGG.
They say kids used to love pretending they had one of these. I wonder if they pretended to miss their targets, too.
Oof. Oh, God!
Let's have a quick
That's
little,
bad gun safety!
Look down the barrel there. Hello? No, we can't. No,
that's
that's it. It's just the one. Okay. Guess just the fact that it's just the fact that it fires only the one shot.
But now it's time to return to our testimony.
So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal. Right. So save, and then we present the gun. It's like, no, it's a single shot, you idiot.
Objection!
There we
Wait,
go.
what? Whoa, where'd the music go?
The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead.
The bullet coal.
The bullet hole. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah. But just like I just said, pal. After he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and.
Objection!
Okay.
Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
Murder weapon? How?
Yeah, I don't understand. What's the problem with it being a beautiful murder weapon? That's not got anything to do with it, surely.
It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time.
It does? No, there's no way.
If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim, too.
Yeah! Wow, that's my boy.
Objection! That's not a contradiction. No, not even
It
close.
sounded a lot like a contradiction, pal.
All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot.
Yeah, did you know how long that takes? Oops.
No, gavel!
Objection!
The Danganronpa is
Oh.
bleeding over.
Where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. This isn't America.
Maybe he just picked it up out of the cloud and put it back in. Shot the same bullet twice.
If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it.
Because I guess, what would the bullets even be like for that? They wouldn't be like modern shell
I imagine
casings, right? It'd be like
balls.
like an iron shot.
Yeah.
Like a musket. Oh, Scheiße.
I know.
I had the feelings this wasn't over yet.
I've only just noticed, but I've just seen how much of a health and safety hazard Gavin's necklace is. If you pushed him down, that would stab him straight in the chest.
Yeah.
That looks pretty sharp.
Well, you know, his
Why,
sternum.
are you planning to try to kill me, Fräulein?
You could say he's made
Nine.
of. You could say he's made of sternum stuff.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Sternum stuff.
We're really chaining these puns together, aren't we, guys? No, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility.
Ah, what's this? Seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said, Herr Detective was just the warm-up act.
Yeah.
Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Gramarye who shot the victim in the forehead.
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach.
Court is adjourned.
Now, does Pete remember Zach Gramarie's voice?
I've literally sat here, like, trying to piece it together. I think so.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Let us continue on to the next chapter.
Yes. Where's the guards? They finally gave him the day off.
Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say I expected nothing less.
We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually.
I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discovered the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know.
I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital, what really happened?
Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy.
Speaking of which, where is she?
Hiding somewhere in my cape, I think. You have seen the problem yourself. The letter.
The one shot in the forehead one, right?
Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I could not deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death.
Why not?
This is something I will not say. For now, at least.
What's this for now business?
I have done many things in my life. Some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves.
We?
You wanted to know about the night of the incident.
Finally. This guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff.
Right, recess is over. Get back in.
Damn!
Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. And found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols.
2?
Yes. The one I had used on stage, and the one that had been used by my partner, Valant.
Oh, for the Zach and Valant's quick draw thing?
Yes. My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing.
And then I reached out and choked the life out of him. I mean, him!
I squeezed his neck in my bicep until
Jesus.
he stopped breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then for a moment.
You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him?
Recall, there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first. Not his first.
So...
Oh, I forgot. He's got a more American tone. Dang. I've been giving out. Okay.
No, not his
There
first.
Other requests you couldn't refuse before?
It's a request I couldn't refuse, pal. To be honest. Wait.
No, he's not Gumshoe.
To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I brought pain upon Trucy.
That's right. God dang, I was so close. I was so close. Ugh.
Was Magnifi coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on in Troop Gramarye?
Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
In your pocket?
I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those called?
Rifling marks.
Yes. Well, that is all I have to tell you concerning the case.
Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me?
You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright.
That doesn't really answer my question, but thanks?
Yes, there is something. My mentor, his eyes opened.
I mean, mine probably would have too if you fired a gun next to my head. What? Magnifi Grammary?
The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. After he inhaled his mustache, there was nothing that could be done.
What did you talk about?
Mr. Wright, did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case.
Zach Grammary. He seems pretty steadfast to me. Or maybe just stubborn.
Mr. Wright!
Mr. Wright, your presence. What?
Your
Fine,
presence...
Jerry. No, Jerry, you go. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Will you flipping heck, Michael? Will you give it a rest?
I was just starting, and you interrupted me. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's all right.
you-
It's fine.
look,
It's fine.
You just said you were going to cut it out, and here you are. You're carrying it on.
Well, you just finish saying the
For
line,
God's
then.
sake, will you... Michael, shut up! Mr.
Flipping heck, Jerry.
For God's sake. Mr. Wright, your presence is requested...
I just would like to say, I mean, it would be nice if I
I
got to say,
swear,
okay?
Michael, I'm gonna kill you one of these days. I swear, if I wasn't legally required to stand at the side of you, I would be throttling you right now. Mr. Wright.
It's not very nice when someone interrupts you in the middle of trying to say something, is it, Jerry?
Your presence is requested in the courtroom. Get in there before you witness me doing something difficult.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Oh, would you? Would you now?
And then they just start fighting.
We just start slap fighting each
doing
other.
the little slappy slap.
Once again, I'm in your hands. Wait, that's the rut. Once again, I'm in your...
Ryoma?
Once again, I'm in your hands. It's something like this. God damn it.
Right. Let's get back in there.
It's because it turns out that Zach Grammary changes his voice every time he speaks to someone. He likes to keep
Magic.
He likes to keep that air of mystery.
Court is now back in session.
During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out from the clown's head.
Well, I guess it isn't like shot, buck,
No.
whatever. The round,
Musket ball.
yeah, musket ball, mustard ball.
Musket.
Well, this is news. And the rifling marks?
There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis.
Oh, conveniently.
Though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon.
Well, that's not very conclusive, is it?
Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness. Your decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words?
It's freaking Brushel. I'm gonna
Wendy
die.
Oldbag.
The question is, will Sarah remember Wendy Oldbag's
I
voice?
know exactly Wendy Oldbag's voice.
Yes.
Yes.
God, I hope it's not.
I bet
All right, it's not Peter I. Sarah actually remembers the voice that she gives her characters.
The good actor. The good actress.
The good actor.
Shush.
Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think.
Nick, look, we're on case 4, man. We know how this goes.
You know how this goes down.
Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident this witness will do the
I
job.
really hope it's Oldbag. I kind of do.
I have no idea.
After all, he is intimately acquainted
Oh,
with
it's
the
a he.
players in our little production. Being the other half of Troop Grammary's famous duo,
Yeah, yes.
Zach und Valant. Valant Grammary. So, we get to meet the great Magnifi's other disciple.
Ah,
Oh, he looks weird without a...
He does indeed look weird without a moustache.
Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation.
Valant Grammary, magician.
And you're the decisive witness, are you?
Who was it that could have called the fact that Valant tried to frame Zach? I don't know.
that was freaking disgusting sounding.
Are
also
you
don't
letting
know-
your
I've no-
head swell
I
again,
don't know who
Taylor?
Taylor's talking about. It's obviously someone in the comments.
You can prove your fellow student, your partner's guilt.
Fate, the grand illusion, filled with traps and tricks.
Fate, the stay night.
Indeed.
Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock at night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late?
If one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes.
Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this.
That looks very familiar.
Wait! That's the same letter Zach Grammary received!
Yes. Or perhaps I should say, ta-da. Yes.
Order! 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 And what does it say? Surely not the same thing.
Perhaps you should see for yourself.
Why, it's practically the same. The court accepts this into evidence.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
This is most unusual. Exactly what was going on with you folks?
Right, well, let's have a look, shall we? I entrust you the time 11:05, 13,
Yeah.
11:05, 13, 11,
11:20.
Lowering my...
One shot in the forehead. You cannot refuse with both know the reason why. So it's the
Oh,
the time.
or were they supposed to shoot each other? Or no, I suppose.
One shot, square in the forehead. You can't refuse. Well, no. If they would shoot each other, why would he tell them to come at different times? But yeah, so it looks like the only difference.
There were two guns.
Yes.
The time.
It looks like the only difference is the name and the time.
The date's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, 13.
The thing is, lowering my life's curtain could refer to killing him, or it could just refer to a metaphorical thing. Because I've already gone with what you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. It doesn't say who. So it could mean that they're fighting each other, or they were dueling each other. Or that was the intention.
I don't know.
Or maybe I'm just full of bull plop.
I mean,
don't know.
it feels like it feels like for that it would be really weird that you'd get them to both arrive at different times.
Yeah.
Taylor. If they wanted them to kill each other, you'd tell them to come in together. Surely. Otherwise, you give him one of them.
Perhaps.
You give him one of them an advantage.
What exactly was your troop Grammary up to?
By which you mean? By which you
I'm
mean?
just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less.
It's just my opinion, Herr Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them.
We walked the magician's path together, and in so doing shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand.
By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse.
Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. The defendant, Zach Grammary, stands accused. Tell us why.
Oh, I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise, singing hymns to the miracle that is magic.
Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene.
In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time.
As every magician knows, timing is everything.
Timing is everything. Yes, and now it's time to get this party fired up! Oh yeah,
What
baby.
the heck are you talking about? There's no party here at all. It's a testimony.
Let's get it started, yeah.
Yeah. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnifi requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final blow. I did not imagine my fellows...
Bow.
Yeah, it was bow.
Oh, bow. It's final bow.
Because it's a magician.
It's
You know, you take a
final
bow at
bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions.
the... It's not my fault you got blowing on the mind.
Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police.
So you were the one who reported the crime.
Uh-huh. Let's just have a look here. Zach, 11:05. Right, but then he got Valant to come at 11:20, and Zach says he didn't shoot the guy. He says he shot the clown. So the clown would already have a bullet hole in the forehead.
But Zach, of course, says that he shot the clown.
No, that's what I'm
but
saying.
Then the bullet marks are going to be what determines it.
I was going to say, Zach's bullet would have already been there, though.
But then
That's what I'm
Zach
saying.
said that he pocketed the other gun, so by the time Valant got there,
So
there'd
what-
be no gun.
No. There were two guns. So when Valant got there, there would just be the one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
But
Yeah, because Zach took the gun that he used to shoot the clown. So then the only gun at the scene should be the one
That we have in our
yeah.
possession, the one where
Yeah.
the bullet went that was found in the guy's forehead, the rifling marks match. So this is the murder weapon, the gun that we
Yes.
have.
yeah.
And so it should be Valant because of the frickin' statements we've got here, because Valant came afterwards.
Correct.
No, you've lost me.
Sarah, Zach came at 11:05. Assuming that Zach didn't
Yeah.
kill him, Zach picked up one of the guns, shot the clown in the forehead,
Yeah.
pocketed the gun, and left. That means there would be one gun left at the scene of the crime, and the guy's still alive.
Yeah.
Then Valant comes at 11:20, sees that there is one gun, and then obviously shoots the guy in the forehead.
Right, okay.
Because that gun, the rifling marks, match
Match
the
this
bullet
one.
found in the guy's head.
Right.
And it has to have been Valant because his note said to come
After.
later.
Yes. Unless Zach waited around.
For whatever reason.
Yes. So there is that potential, I guess. But like, assuming that isn't the case, this fingers point at Valant at the moment.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yawning.
I'm
Sorry.
not keeping you awake.
Sorry.
Have you said this, Judge?
No, I don't think so. So you were the one who reported the crime.
Reported.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, Judge.
You know, if Sarah's tired, she should have gone to bed earlier last night.
Taylor, that's very mean. You know I don't sleep very well.
Indeed.
You douche.
Hello.
Indeed.
Ouchie.
I would think. Indeed. I would think.
Ouch.
This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion.
Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this courtroom.
Oh.
But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Gramery, is guilty.
And if it wasn't Zach Gramery, then the killer was you, Valant. And no disappearing act will get you out of that. Guys, I've got a funny feeling that there is going to be a disappearing act that gets him out of it.
I don't know what you mean. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time you requested.
Hold it!
Smell of gunpowder. I'm just reminding myself of the statements. The mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death with escapes the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. Yeah, we're gonna have to have this open up a bit more, aren't we?
Hold it! Which, according to the letter, was 11:20 p.m.
Indeed. In magic, timing is everything. Oh, wow.
Right.
Consider the illusion of teleportation. If I were to appear on stage before my stunt double has left, how would that look?
Wait a minute, you're giving away the game, Valant.
Why, it would reveal the very secrets of my magic. Oh,
Oh, crap.
Now
I
that
said-
you've revealed the very secrets of your magic for all of us, let's move on. You've entered the designated time, and what did you see?
next they're going to suggest that his name is actually Billy Bob Johns, and he's actually like, oh, well, hi there, I don't know one darn tootin' thing about magic. I just want to be famous. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room.
Hold it! So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby?
Nope.
Oh.
I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination.
What?
Huh?
What?
That really? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination?
Something tells me he was the bad student.
How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid.
No. Now you are the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have a good imagination.
The witness will be refrained from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things. And not good things.
Hold it! Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse.
So it does. And my partner, he did not refuse.
But Magnifi wrote the same thing to you. Why could you refuse, or why could you refuse if Zack couldn't?
Because I have a will of steel. Of course, I also do this trick where I bend steel bars, so perhaps steel isn't all so strong.
So which is it?
Mind if I continue?
A little bit.
He's so sus, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, to deal with the...
Hold it! There were 2 bullet holes at the scene. One in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you?
No doubt my partner Zack has said much the same thing.
Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I'd better dig around here a bit more and see what I can turn up. Mr. Valant, let me ask about something else concerning the crime scene, namely, the number of pistols.
Yes.
How many pistols were there when you entered the room?
By which you mean what, precisely?
How many guns was there?
2 pistols were used in the Zack and Valant quick draw shoot 'em, correct? 1 for each of you.
You are well informed. Yet, only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night.
What did Zack tell me back in the lobby?
Of course. I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time, and found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
I see no problem with that statement. Only 1 pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene after all.
So you picked up that pistol and fired it.
Indeed I did. Alakazam, alakazing, alakaboom, kaboom.
I mean, why the hell did he feel the need to shoot the clown if the guy was dead? That's not what you do. It's not what you do. You don't just
because he
randomly
made
go
a
around
deal with the
shoot-
dead. No, he made a deal with the dead, Sarah, and you gotta honor that.
You gotta do what the letter says. There might have been a camera watching or something.
Stupid. Is the number of pistols really so important?
Yeah.
Quite important. The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony.
Yeah. What can I do but obey? What can I do?
So much for the will
but
of steel.
obey. Only 1 pistol, with it I shot the clown. So, I think we're going to press it because...
I shot the clown, but I did not shoot the mentor. No.
barrel, yeah, but oh, well, I guess then we present this actually, because it says, the barrel marks match bullet found in victim, no fingerprints found. So it's that one. So let's do a little safety save. Because he's saying that there was only one gun in the room, and with it, he shot the clown. However, this is the gun that was in the room, and it's saying the rifling marks matched the bullet found in the victim. So he obviously didn't shoot the clown.
But have we got...
Objection!
Yeah, all right.
According to the defendant, Zach Gramery, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table.
2.
2.
2.
2. One of the pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, honestly.
Well, what about what Mr. Valant has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense.
What might that be? I told you. I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown.
That's your story, at least.
What?
But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Valant. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks and the bullets were a perfect match. Mr. Valant, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead.
Order! 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 Well, this is all rather sudden.
Objection!
Oh, no.
What have I done?
Prosecutor Gavin?
I owe the court an
I
apology.
brought out the wrong defendant. It's the wrong witness, right?
I mixed up the rifling reports. Well, actually, this march is the one in the clown. Sorry. Sorry for what? You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the rifling marks only proves the type of guns that fired them.
Oh.
You flipping what, mate? I'm pretty sure rifling mark... Objection! But that's not what you told us before! You said you'd verified the murder weapon! Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, I might add. Mind bad. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth?
Yes!
That was just this morning! I am still young, unlike you, Mr. 30-year-old. Ouch!
I'm
still
25.
young. I am 38. Oh my god!
17!
Come on! No way.
17? 17-year-olds do not look like that.
That won't hold up in court, Sarah.
How old's Trucy there?
Trucy, was it 6?
Oh,
8.
8. Oh.
Very cute.
I am still young. And I might add, it wasn't really my fault. If the defendant had only admitted he took one pistol from the scene of the crime, we would not be having this pleasant discussion now.
Crap.
Oh, I don't like you.
No. Valant Grammary.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were presented to this court as a decisive witness,
Well,
but you've proven to be more divisive than decisive.
well,
Oh, very good, Your Honor, very good.
Trot it, you whippersnapper.
I would say it's very good, but...
Objection! You'll see in time. Huh? The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts.
Now comes the
proof.
fiction.
The fiction. The proof comes next.
Yes.
Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin?
The proof is about to be presented now.
You could say,
Herr Judge.
do you see this pudding that we are revealing? That we are reeling out?
The proof is inside of this.
Oh my god.
As they say. Like, it's not supposed to be literal.
My God.
Oh, you see, in Germany, we take things very literally.
You've
We do
got,
not do so much of the expressions.
you've got creme caramel all over my coffee.
I'm literally now thinking it's making me think of The Office with the stapler and the Jello.
Jello.
But like here he's got a great big like creme brulee, and in there's the other pistol.
Oh, a blancmange.
or whatever.
blancmange.
And it's just
Actually,
like,
that does sound like a magic trick, too.
Yeah.
It's like,
God,
look in your pocket. What? It's the gun. What? What? How?
oh, what is this on my hand?
It's
it's the creme brulee
It's
that
the
I also put in your pocket.
It's a pudding.
When Mr. Valant entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, Herr Wright, the real fight is about to begin.
Oh, boy.
Bring it.
Very well. The witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what.
Yes, well, I'll do my very best.
Who shot what?
I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say, 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about the time of death, 11:10 p.m. And the one in the room at that time was my partner, not me. Definitely not me.
Those times are rather close, you have to admit.
Yeah.
You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes. To use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis... my God. To use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi...
Is easy to explain in this situation, Herr Judge. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, out now on iTunes and Spotify.
Barely old enough to... Oh, boy.
Cue to the song, press the play button and it will play for 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result is the same. What? The debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a ripoff. Magic is a world of utmost precision, much like Germany. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus. Oh, they kill me. And in the time of death determined by the doctors, there was an incontrovertible truce.
Very well. The prosecution warns us that we're dealing with rather precise times.
Is that what he was saying? Because I thought he was just engaging in blatant self-promotion for 5 minutes.
Are you jealous?
Maybe a little. And we can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision.
I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad, sweeping accusations. Lest we blur the focus in this case. Lest we blur the focus this case so clearly demands. Oh.
Point taken. Baseless remarks will result in a penalty.
but I assure you all my remarks are quite based.
Carry on, Mr. Wright.
Carry on. Right. Wait, that's me.
But can we carry on?
Can we indeed?
What?
Unfortunately, we are out of time, I'm afraid.
Curses.
This merry little jig is up.
Merry little jig.
Once again, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you did join us on this very, very merry day, then thank you. But go back to your dinner and spend it with your families.
Yeah, jeez.
We love you, but your loved ones are more important, so go do that. In the meantime, if you need something to do between Christmas break and New Year, we've got plenty of other content on the channel. Why not go check that out? Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And in the meantime, I will wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hope you have a lovely New Year.
Yeah. What she said. Honestly, I got nothing to add.
And remember, everyone, as we close out this year and go into the next one, keep your loved ones close, give them a hug, be thankful and appreciative for everything you have, and look forward to the new year. and we appreciate having you all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.